Hey guys, Zor here from ZorGameGeek.com, talking to you today about Call of Cthulhu. For those of you who don't know, Call of Cthulhu is actually a novella written by the American author H.P. Lovecraft. Call of Cthulhu is also a great role-playing game based upon his works and other authors that came before and after him within the Cthulhu mythos. What makes Call of Cthulhu different from several other games within its own genre, as well as games like Dungeons & Dragons, Shadowrun, Savage Worlds, is it assumes that your characters might be competent in a couple areas, but are not broadly strong, powerful heroes. This is noir investigation where the frailty of your characters is the drama. And that is reflected in the fact that it's not about your health. It's not about your hit points in Call of Cthulhu. Because the monsters that you're fighting, one, don't fight them. The monsters that you're investigating, if you get into a fight, you do not want to see the end result. It's going to end poorly for you. You are going to want to run away because these extra dimensional beings are kind of hard to damage. You're not going to be able to just shoot them with a shotgun. The cultists, something else. But it's not about the fighting. It's about the knowledge and the investigation. And this is the part of the Cthulhu mythos that makes it so different from other genres of fantasy and horror. In H.P. Lovecraft's articulation of this investigative, transcendental milieu, knowledge is dangerous. Knowledge is what makes you go crazy, because the more you know the real truth of the existence of these elder gods, of these outer gods, of these great old ones like Cthulhu, who exist somewhat in our reality, but also don't exist within our conceptions of space and time. And to understand them is to break your own mind as you do exist, as your characters exist within the four dimensions. So what the real tension within the Call of Cthulhu gameplay is your sanity. That is what defines your character, is how sane or not sane you are, and then your bouts of insanity throughout the game. This also makes Call of Cthulhu a difficult game for some people to play. If you're a gamer who uses X cards and you are uncomfortable with descriptions and discussions of mental illness, mental health related issues, and insanity, this is not the game for you, and that's okay. There are lots of other fun role-playing games that you can play. It starts from the very beginning of the game. Your sanity is measured by your power. And as the game progresses, as you learn information, as you are exposed to the mythos, then your sanity can drop. And the faster it drops, if it drops too much all at once, then you can have a temporary insanity or a permanent insanity. You can regain that sanity in bits and bloops, but it's not easy, and you use up a lot of in-game time with the rules as written. If your sanity reaches 0, your character's retired. You are permanently bonkers. You are out. You're gone. You're insane. And that is the end of your character, and there's no recovering from that. The other part, this tension between sanity and knowledge, is also played out within the mechanics of Call of Cthulhu. Because every character starts out with a 0 in their Cthulhu Mythos knowledge skill. And as they learn things, as they read things, as they are exposed to things, their Cthulhu knowledge can go up. Can a 1, a 5, a 10, a 15, a 50. Remember, with Call of Cthulhu, this is a percentile system. So if you have a 50 in your shooting skill, you roll 2 d10s, a 10's d10 and a 1's d10. If you don't know what those are, wait for it. Then if you roll at or under your skill, you've succeeded. If you roll above your skill, a 51 or above, then you failed. But as you get your Cthulhu Mythos knowledge up higher and higher, it lowers your sanity, permanently lowers your sanity. So if you have a starting sanity of 70 and you get 10 points in Cthulhu Mythos, your maximum sanity drops from 70 down to 60. So you can never go above that level. That creates the tension because you need to know these things to be able to fight these things, but fighting these things causes you to lose sanity, but knowing these things permanently drops your sanity, but you need that knowledge to get the occult arcane power to succeed in stopping. And that is the juicy center of the game Call of Cthulhu. If you want to learn more about Call of Cthulhu, then I recommend that you go to zorgamegeek.com/Cthulhu. There's lots more to read about this game, and as well as I have other articles about the Cthulhu Mythos. Again, that's zorgamegeek.com/Cthulhu. Keep gaming.